All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Clocks are back to normal. Yep, clocks are back to normal. We got the clock change here yesterday. We are back to normal schedule. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday, everyone. Good morning. Let me just get set up here. Make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear. We got the water. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Gold with the big moves in Asia, guys. Gold with the big moves in Asia. Decent sell-off on gold. Bounce straight back higher, right up that 4,450 level. Some big moves in these markets in Asia. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Forgot would be an hour earlier. Yes, clock changes here in Europe yesterday. Clocks changed yesterday. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just move this over here. Yeah, we had the clock changes yesterday, so we're back to normal schedule. We are back to normal schedule. Good morning, guys. Do you guys trade Asia today? Look at this bounce on Asia. Bullish bias coming into the markets today in Asia. Buying off this 4,450 level. Look at this. This is a great push. A really good push. Let me just check Discord. Make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear. Who got the who was here on Friday? Who was here on Friday, guys? Audio and video, good, awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So I hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Ready for another big week in the markets. Before we do anything, guys, let's have a quick look at the news and we'll look at what we have for gold for the day. This was 6 hours ago. Good negotiations today with Iran. That's from Trump. What else have we had overnight? Big day in Iran. Maybe long sought after targets have been taken out. That was 4 hours ago. US could seize the export hub of Rhode Island. In terms of calendar news, what do we have today? So 3 p.m. Actually, no, this is not. Let me check. Yeah, this is London time. Yeah, so 3 p.m. London time. We have a Fed Chair Powell speaking. 3:30 London time today. Tomorrow, the final trading day of March, we have JOLTS job openings. 3 p.m. London time. Wednesday, NEP non-farm employment changes with NFP on Friday as well. And then on Thursday, a lot of bank holidays. You got New Zealand bank holiday, Australia bank holiday, German bank holiday, UK bank holiday, Canada bank holiday on Friday. Then obviously NFP on Friday as well. So we're in for a pretty decent week. Yes, it did. The head and shoulders from Friday worked out perfectly. That's what I was going to talk about before we jump into today's analysis. Who was here on Friday? Who was here on Friday when I literally said I'm not selling gold? Why? Because I believe gold is going to come all the way up and grab these highs. Who took these buys on Friday? I made great money on Friday in the New York session taking these buys. Who took these buys from Friday's stream, guys? We called this perfectly on Friday's stream. Now, it took all the way into the New York session, which can happen with London. But like I always say to you guys, if you keep these levels on your charts, they play out for the whole entire day. Whole entire day we were calling these longs on gold. When we were trading gold in London, we were all the way back up here. And we were saying for price to retrace, create this inverse head and shoulders before getting long. Well, that's exactly what we did. And it ended up being an absolutely beautiful trade. An absolutely beautiful trade. If you guys took the longs, it was a great move. Such a nice move. Look at this. This is from Friday, guys. Going over, look. All the levels, talking about gold to come back down to retrace into this inverse head and shoulders level to end up coming up and liquidate all the highs. That's silver. And like that. And this was such a clean, easy move as well. Yeah, Easter holidays. That's true. Easter holidays. That's right. You're right. Easter holidays. So who did anyone take these buys on Friday? I know some of you guys on Zoom did. You guys should have all been maximizing this breakout here on gold. Look at this. It was just absolutely perfect. We had this great liquidity target, buying up into them highs, morning star pattern, left shoulder head, right shoulder, liquidity targets. Like, man, that was just in that 1 hourly candle. Gold was up 900 ticks at 1 micro, the smallest size you can trade here. 1 micro, you could have been up $900. I made about 4,500 on Friday off this exact setup that we went through all day on Friday. Yeah, man, made bank on Friday. Yeah, nice shout, good man. Caught the, yep, combine, nice, good man, nice. Yeah, it's just a perfect trade, guys. Like I say, we broke this all down on Friday, saying exactly why I won't sell gold and exactly where I will be buying up into and why. Called price to come back up into this liquidity level, basically saying everyone shorting here on gold will very likely be risking off this high. And if gold hasn't grabbed the highest point of the resistance, that's what gold loves to do. The way we'd sell gold is if gold manipulated the highs. Fantastic, then we can short gold. I would have a great move. But because you haven't taken the liquidity, that's exactly where our direction is for the day. And like I say, if you bought off this 3-bar reversal morning star play here, you know, it's like almost 1,000 ticks, which is just absolutely insane. So Friday was a crazy day. After what was a pretty slow week, you wait for days like Friday, and then Friday made up my whole entire week. 4,500 in like 2 hours on gold on Friday. It was just an absolutely incredible day. Incredible day. Now, for the day on gold, I do believe we're going to see more upside on gold. I am looking for more upside on gold. You guys trading Asia today, there was this great reversal pattern from down here, which I believe Dakota got. I think I saw his Instagram this morning. I think Dakota got this long, which was a great long. Reasons for looking for longs is you're looking for longs today. Why? Because you had that huge fake out on Friday. Thursday, closed bearish. Friday, straight back bullish. So you're trading above 4,450, back above 4,500, and you have a nice morning star play shaping up on the weekly time frame as well. Look at that weekly time frame. Came down, liquidated so many lows, wicked all the way back above. So with that huge weekly rejection, bullish closure, I'm looking for longs this week on gold to come all the way back up into last week's high. So great upside bias here already today, and I would be looking for gold to continue squeezing up into Friday's high. Now, the only thing is, if we buy here in London, we're buying, you know, very high. We're buying 500 ticks after the open, which is kind of tough because it's kind of played out here in Asia. For us London traders, it's tough, but we'll see if we can still get it. So bullish bias coming in today, weekly morning star pattern. We're trying to see if we can take this higher on gold. If we can get a little bit of a pullback, London open 20 minutes, we'll see if we can. We'll see if we can take it. We'll see if we can take it. Where was my entry on Friday? I just took this breakout. So I took 2 entries on Friday. I took this trade from here, off this hourly morning star play. It took it up into these highs. Then I was waiting for this hourly to close. Once this hourly closed bullish, got straight back in. And then took it all the way back up into this resistance. It was just a morning star, hourly breakout, retest, upside targets. Super simple. 900 ticks right there. If the trades aren't jumping out at you like that, then you're trying to think too much. Look how simple that was. We called this perfectly. Simple execution. Hourly breakout, retest, squeeze higher. Job done. Excuse me. Hey, Aaron, I tagged you in my longs on X. Nice. We'll have a look. Absolutely. Good morning, Aaron. Would you have been long at 6 a.m. with that 30-minute fake out buys? Hesitated because it didn't create a bottom wick, so missed the trade. 30-minute fake out buys. Yeah, you could take them, definitely. Yep, definitely. Tag lows, close bullish. Yep, definitely. Take it there. Well, I mean, if you didn't take it from there, why did you not take it from here? I can see why you maybe hesitated on this 30-minute. That's fine. But you should have been in this one for sure. Even just back up into that high right there. I can see why you'd hesitate at 6.30, but that, 6, but you take it straight back in at 6.30. There's 132 ticks into there. Next liquidity level up into here is there's 270 ticks right there. So you could hesitate here, but you should be right back in here. Easy pre-London trade there again. Look at this. Asia and pre-London have all the moves here. Asia and pre-London having all the fun. But we got plenty of time here, guys. Plenty of time. Yeah, and entry on Friday was just taking that breakout gold. 30-minute closure back above. Super simple. Friday was just a great day. Best days of the week last week were Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday, we had great longs up into these highs. Again, called every single liquidity level. And then Friday, buying up in here as well. Friday absolutely made up what was a relatively quiet week. Could have taken that one trade on Friday and been absolutely done for the week. So we're trying to see if we can get gold higher here today, guys. If we squeeze from here, that's fine. I should be a buyer from here. And I should be a buyer from down here. Here and here. Should I now all of a sudden be a buyer up here just because I didn't get the entry from down here and here? No, absolutely not. You should be a buyer from this 30-minute fake out, this hourly morning star right at that 450 level. So if we want to get in these gold longs, which I absolutely want to do, I would have to see London maybe come down for a bit of a liquidity wick. Come down, grab some lows, and then I'll see if I can take it higher. It's the only way I can buy gold this high. Oh, nice, Harry. Nice. Longs from 4,450. Targets 585. Yes, nice. I mean, if you're long from down here, I would be locking in some gains. That's a huge day trade. Like, that's a huge move. Where's the... So if you're in from down here, your target's 585. That's like here, there. So you could potentially be risking 1,100, call it 1,200 ticks to hope to make an extra 100. So just keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. You're up 1,200. You're trying to squeeze out 100 more, but you're risking 1,200 ticks to hope to squeeze out 100 more. For me personally, if I'm long from here, I'm out, which is an incredible hold, man. Incredible hold. I don't really care too much, Tom, about what lows need to be grabbed. If we grab any lows, I'll see if I can take it. I'm not really thinking we have to grab these or these or these. I don't really care too much. If we grab any lows and find support, I'll just buy it. I'll look to buy it. I don't really think about what lows can get grabbed. I'll just wait for it to grab lows and then see if we can take it. You'll very likely just squeeze the highs here on gold, though. Because I imagine a lot of people will be trapped in shorts right now. Imagine a lot of people are trying to short here on gold, risking off that high. So with these liquidity levels, same as Friday, you break them very quick. Because there's a lot of volume squeezing out sellers there. So you could very likely squeeze this very, very quick here on gold. Like I say, I would have loved to be in these longs, but in terms of new trades right here on gold, there's none. There's none. We have to look at it from the neutral perspective. There's no buys or sells right now on gold. We need some time. You'll very likely squeeze this resistance, but if I start buying from here, I'm trying to squeeze 150 ticks with no real stop. So gold, you just have to let it run. If you're already in pre-London, you're in Asia, fantastic. It was a great trade. Great trade. View on silver. Yep, we can have a look at silver as well. We'll have a look at NQ. We have London Open in 15 minutes as well, guys. Remember, NFP day today. NFP week this week. We do also have monthly closures coming in tomorrow as well, which will be interesting. How's gold looking on the higher time frame? Let me go. Let's have a quick look. Gone from being extremely bearish to all of a sudden starting to get pretty steep wick rejection. So I'd absolutely love to get in these gold longs here, guys, but I'm not going to chase it from here. If I chase it from here, I'm just FOMOing into the move. You guys trading Asia and pre-London, you had longs here and you had longs here. How do you trade the contract? Well, you can look at the currency chart, so you can look at both if you want to. Yep, I look at the currency chart too. I don't have it up right now, but yeah, I like to look at the spot chart. I look at both. Silver, let's have a look. Had that weekly close on silver. Didn't close as bullish as gold on Friday. Let's see, you guys. Oh. Anticipation, are you ready? There we go. So silver, same thing as gold. Came down, liquidated major lows, held some huge levels and closed bullish. So this week, I would like to buy silver. Nice thing about silver is you do still have some room up into previous daily highs. Again, the only thing is you want to be buying around the flip of this daily. You've already moved up 2%. So silver, again, is same as gold. You're already up a decent amount. I do believe you're going to see silver squeeze these highs. But again, with that being said, trade location is key. Same as Friday, where we were buying gold up here. I don't buy from here. I wait for pullback and then I buy. Same as kind of gold right now. Same as silver right now. If I want to buy silver up into these highs, do I want to buy from here? Not really. Well, where would I want to buy? I mean, any sort of retest of a nice breakout level, which you kind of have $70 sitting just down here as well. So again, if we get London open to come for a bit of a liquidity wick on silver, same as gold, fantastic. Then I'll see if I can buy these markets. It looks like gold is going to rip these highs here, though. Great longs there. Anyone in these longs? You guys can zoom. Anyone in these longs right now? I know Harry's got great entry. Anyone else in these longs? This is a great push. Running up 450 ticks right now. Nice, Cade. Nice. That's huge. 450 ticks. That's huge. Yeah, pre-London moves moving fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Look at this. You're going to come right up for these highs here on gold. It's going to be tough for me to watch this on gold because this is a fantastic move. I didn't even get this on my personal. This is a great move right here. If you go long at 630 on gold, your stop would be previous 30-minute low without a bottom wick. It doesn't matter. I think you're overthinking it too much, man. You're thinking too much. If I'm buying gold here, my stop loss is if this candle doesn't drive. If this candle closes anywhere back below this level without driving into the highs, I'm cutting the trade straight away. Don't overthink it too much. If you end up just overthinking everything, you just talk yourself out of a trade. You know, you've just missed a 430 tick move. You know, I think you're overthinking it too much. You're overthinking it. For me, if I was buying gold at 630, an exit for me would be any bearish candle closure. I'd be out the trade straight away. That's my exit. That's my stop. My stop is if this candle didn't drive up into these highs here. That would be my exit. Straight away. Happy with my profits. Only day 4 for me, so I'll take. Yeah, that's a happy with profits. That's a huge trade, man. A huge trade. 1,000 ticks on a Monday on NFP week is incredible, man. Like, this is just phenomenal push. So for London, guys, if we want to get in this, we want to see price open with a bottom wick to see if we can market execute from somewhere around 60s. If I'm going to get in gold this high, the minimum I will look to buy is 60s. Minimum. Otherwise, you'll just be FOMOing into what has already been a phenomenal push. So you had this great move up here on Friday. Almost retraced the entire move. I think that would have brought in a lot of sellers. Well, the reason you wouldn't short that is because that on the weekly time frame is a nice bottom wick, which gold needs to create anyway before breaking higher. I don't know if Ben, I think Ben, are you here? Me and Ben spoke about this on our Saturday call, actually. We looked at this weekly time frame and said, you know, we're looking for this week to come down for a bottom wick before going higher. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. So the reason that you wouldn't short this move down here on gold is because you know your weekly is tagging lows and holding support. So this is just a weekly bottom wick. You start to break back above. Cool. Weekly starts to flip bullish already. That's a great move. Great move. Crazy nice move. And I would love to be able to get these markets. Let's have a look at NQ. We've got London open in about 10 minutes here as well. London open in 10 minutes here, guys. NQ has had a, as we all know, a great break to the downside. NQ is, I think, down over 10% right now. How much are we down? Yeah, down about, what, 14%? Which is huge. Stocks are down massively at the minute. Some huge long-term opportunities out there right now. Let's get rid of all these levels on gold. These are kind of been and gone, so let's get rid of all of this. Sorry, not gold, NQ. So weekly, obviously, very strong breakout on NQ last week. Why does my chart keep freezing? Great break to the downside at NQ last week. Breaking below some major levels. Look at this. But with that being said, we broke very bearish. But look at where we come back into. Huge make or break level this week. Huge make or break level with lots of news coming out. So you have some huge highs back from February 25 all the way back from December 24 as well. Now, I don't believe this is going to be a low and we're just going to rip up. I do believe you could see more downside in stocks and NQ and ES. However, this is a nice potential, you know, little pullback area. We finally had that breakout where NQ has been in this aggressive range for pretty much, look at this, from you broke above it in September, you got trapped in this range all the way until March, and now you finally broke to the downside. So strong bearish closure last week on NQ. Daily time frame also bearish. Bit of a gap down here, squeezing up higher as well. Look at that nice recovery there. Again, it's a market that's already had a great push up, so I would be looking for a bit of a short on NQ. Looking for a bit of a short. What do you have here? So come up, you're hitting some resistance. What key levels do we have? You've got 23,400 there as well, which you can, let's put on, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me, guys. Where are we? 23,000. We've got 23,000 sitting down there on NQ. $22,000 sit down there on NQ. We have just broken below. What do we have here? So we have, let's have a quick look at Goldie. Yeah, gold, again, this is good. Rejection here on gold, bringing some sellers more likely to squeeze it higher. So what do we have at 22,000? Let me put this on 20,500. Sitting above there as well, which is a nice breakout level from Friday. Broke back below it. So you may squeeze up a little bit more, or you may see London on NQ come for a bit of a sell-off, which you could short in London. Why? Because you were overall bearish last week. Before then, you may pull back down. Maybe you retest 20,500 and then you get another leg lower. But for NQ for London, I would be open to downside on NQ. Potential shorts. But again, look at this. Since basically market open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just straight bullish candles here on NQ. That's a pretty huge recovery. Huge recovery. A little bit of a gap down, found some support. Morning star play right at the lows, back up like 1.2%, 280 points. Like that's huge right there. Huge. We got London open in 4 minutes here, guys. We'll see if Goldie can pull back for some longs. Where would I like to buy gold? I would like to see if we can buy gold below previous hourly lows, if we can get there. Depends on how quick we want to squeeze these highs. If we grab our lows, fantastic. We'll see if we can take it. If we throw support at 30-minute lows, cool. We'll take it from there. We don't have to think too much. Same as when, you know, gold's pushing up here. It doesn't matter if you think price is going to come down here or you think price is going to come down here. What matters is this. You tag lows, you close bullish, cool. That's the market showing you their support. There's your longs. So same as gold right now. Doesn't matter if we come down and grab these lows or we come down and grab these lows or we grab these lows. What matters is the way we show support from them levels. So that's why it doesn't matter what levels I think are going to get grabbed. The markets don't care about what I think. I'll let the markets show me signs of support. Then I'll take my trade. London Open coming up here, guys. London Open coming up. Your gold chart took the high, really? Did GC take the high? Not quite. Did the currency chart take the high? Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Let me have a look at my currency chart here. If the currency chart took the high, then that's not good. No, currency. No, none of my charts have taken the highs. Spot chart hasn't taken the high. Mini chart hasn't taken the highs, nor has micro. So I'm not too sure. Mine personally hasn't. Yeah, even my CFD chart hasn't grabbed the highs. Yeah. Let's have a look. Silver. Where are we at? Silver. Yeah, potential silver pullbacks. Say it grabs that low. I assume you still wait for. Yeah, the grab of the low. That will be the bottom wick. That will be the bottom wick. Yeah, take the fake out. Yeah, why not? Why not? Go bullish bias, upside targets. Yeah, take the fake out. Take it by here, by here, by here, by all of it. Definitely. Easy trades right there. Easy pre-London trades. You could take it longs at 5:30, 6 a.m., 6:30, and even 7 a.m. if you really wanted to. You'll buy all of it. You'll clear upside targets. Buy all of it as much as you can. Until these highs get hit, you're buying all of it. You can wait for the wick if you want to. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're buying around the open, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't make too much of a difference. Don't overthink it. You got targets, just take it. Same as the trade on Friday. If I had gone, I want to see a bottom wick, so I'm not going to take the trade. Well, guess what? I just missed 900 ticks. What? Because I didn't get a bottom wick. Who cares? You've broken out. You've held it. You've ripped. So I didn't get a bottom wick here in the New York session on Friday, where I still made like 4,500. Who cares? I just broke out, retested. Just take the trade. You guys are overthinking too much. Just take the trade. If you thought that same thing on Friday, like I say, you would have missed the whole entire run, which is a great move. Same as here. You break out. You could have been buying here, and here. So many pre-London buys here in gold and in Asia. Asia having just huge moves here today. The only physical gold? No, unfortunately not. I wish I did. Probably like 2 years ago, but now unfortunately I don't hold any physical gold. Unfortunately not. I wish I did. So we got London Open here, guys. Let's have a look. We have NQ still closing pretty bullish. You're closing above previous highs, which on the lower time frame is a nice break to the upside. We have gold leaving that nice wick rejection. So if we pull back, I would like to buy silver. Let's have a look. Silver, more of a evening star pattern here. Look at this evening star pattern here on silver. Wick the highs, close bearish, instant top wick. You may get a little bit of a squeeze lower on silver. Gold, like I say, if we pull back on gold, I would like to see if we can get some lower time frame buys here. We have a perfect upside target. Perfect upside target. So silver looks nice for shorts. The reason I don't want to sell silver is because gold looks like we're going to squeeze higher. Let's see here on Goldie. So as we start finding some support, I'm going to see if we can take this higher. It is a strong hourly wick rejection. But what did we not do? We never grabbed the highs. Therefore, there's our liquidity point for the day. That's going to be the range that we want to buy up into. Buy up into these highs here. So let's see. How big is it from these areas? How much have we got here on Goldie? Yeah, it's still a 300 tick move. Like that's a great move right there. That's a great move. Put on some 30-minute lows here just to see if we can get down there. That previous 30-minute lows. So if we can squeeze these lows, get back above, cool. We'll see if we can take this higher. One thing to note with gold, guys, is look how much we've moved today. Look at that 5-minute reversal from down. Remember, gold's already up. Look at this, 1,000. Call it 1,300 ticks. So that's a pretty insane move for gold. That's more than the move that we saw on Friday. So what could we do after that? We could pull back in range. See the markets in the neutral perspective, not what we want to see. What's more likely to happen than not. Did you guys get the longs in Asia? Surely someone got the longs in Asia. Asia was just a huge run. Asia has that big of a move. London's going to create space. But we're still getting some decent volume in here. Look at that, straight back down to the 30 lows. So see if we find some support down here on Goldie. See if we find some support. Stock chart. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by stock chart. You can use the spot chart as well, which obviously I can't get up here, but it's just, if you're on TradingView, it's just XUSD. But even on the CFD chart, these highs still haven't been liquidated. But this is yeah, this is future. We're trading futures here on Topstep. Nice, Sean. In from 340 on the Asia longs based off the hourly. Nice. 340. Yeah, nice, nice. Yep. Again, great trade. That was probably the nicest. You get that hourly break back above. Buying here all the way up into these highs. 600 ticks. Like, man, you guys have had the fun. 600 ticks is crazy. What are we risking? About 80. I'm gonna see if I can take a little buy here on Goldie. 600 ticks in Asia is just huge. Absolutely huge. Let's see if I can take just a small buy here on the combine here, guys. If we come back down to these lows here, then cool. I'll wait for another entry, but I want to see if we can find support at this 30-minute low. 600 ticks in Asia, just insane. Absolutely insane. 500 ticks in Asia, 300 ticks in Asia on a Monday morning is just crazy. So much volume in Asia this morning. So much. I need to start staying up for Asia again. It's just a crazy, 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 crazy move. Absolutely huge move. Let's see if gold's going to find support below these 30-minute lows. Gold is going to need some breathing room in this London session, guys. Why? Because we've moved 1,200 ticks with very easy trades. It's going to create space. It is. As much as I want to see gold rip up, you have to see the markets in a neutral perspective. Does gold move 1,200 ticks and then keep ripping or have a huge level? No, what's it going to do? It's going to create some space. So we'll see if we can play the range. Caught 1,000 ticks? Yeah, that's crazy, man. I need to start trading Asia. 1,000 ticks in Asia on a Monday morning is just insane. Insane. And it was so clean as well. Bullish buys all day long. All day long. Zero desire to sell gold. Let's have a look here. Someone type in some trades. Oh, nice. Let's have a look here. I'm only risking like $100 here, guys. You break that low, I'll wait for a better entry. Nice. Let's have a look. What do you think? Daily bias was short. Previous day went above, failed to close above, marked out short levels, but was provided with a long trigger of an hourly morning star. Yep, perfect. Nice. Dropped the 5-minute. Wait for a nice. This looks like a good trade. So you took that. Yeah, that's that breakout we were just talking about. This is a great trade. If you're still here, Blake, this is a great trade. For me personally, though, my daily bias wouldn't be short. But again, that's fine. You know, just because you see it short doesn't mean right or wrong. The reason my daily bias wouldn't be short, my daily bias would be buying gold. Look at that weekly time frame. Monday morning, look at the week, came down, tagged lows, held support. My bias personally would be buying. You also have a nice daily fake out as well. So you got a nice daily fake out here. Broke below, broke straight back above, pushed higher. Broke below, broke straight back above, pushed higher. So personally, the only thing here would be my daily bias wouldn't be short. But that, you know, it's okay. Like I say, it's not about being perfect. But me personally, my daily bias would be buying gold all day long. All day long. But again, this here, regardless of this is a great trade here. If you're still here, Blake, this is a great trade. Great trade. Nice work. Amazing work. It's a really nice trade. Let's change this to ticks here, guys. Let's change this to ticks. Yeah, lovely trade. Yeah, that was probably the nicest buy here on gold. Was once you had that hourly breakout, beautiful. Yeah, there's that 5-minute sweep too. Came down, tagged lows, closed bullish. So, and again, you don't have to try and catch the whole entire move. You know, even though Asia's moved, like 1,000 ticks, you know, if you just take it from here to here and you get, you know, 100, 200 of it, that's fine. Just because I say Asia's moved 1,000 ticks, you don't have to get all of it. If you've got a couple of hundred of it, that's amazing. There's your piece. Yeah, I am, Isaac. Yep, back in June. In June, man, I can't wait. Can't wait. Closed a bit early. But no, it still made 350. 350's, man, 350's 350. On a Monday morning, that's incredible. Incredible. Nice work. Good job on sharing here as well. Like I said, if you guys hashtag London Open, if you tag myself, the Aaron Trades, if you also tag Topstep TV, I'll be able to see your guys' charts. I can see your guys' charts. Oh, there you go. Look at this. So I posted this. This is from the long idea on Friday. I was posting this on X as well. So you guys are over there. Go check it out. Hey, Alan, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Aren't you buying the same pattern you normally like to sell on the 30-minute? Isn't it an evening star? No. I mean, yes, it is. It is an evening star. No. So yeah, it is. The reason I'm not selling an evening star is because you have liquidity highs sitting above. So I'm trying to buy up into these liquidity highs. Because this is the level where I imagine a lot of people are shorting and risking off this high. So I'm trying to buy it up into that level. Same here on Friday. You know, a lot of people would have been short and risking off the high. If you haven't grabbed the highest point, I'm buying up into that. So yeah, it is a 30-minute evening star. But the reason I'm not selling this evening star is because gold's bullish. And I'm looking for longs. I'm trying to follow these moves. If we break from here, guys, stop will be somewhere around this low here. I just have it just down here, just a little bit of breathing room, but my stop will be somewhere around here. Trying to play this long on gold all the way back up into these highs here. I'm not going to set a hard TP because we know how gold can go, but it's like a 300 tick move. But yeah, that's a good point. Again, that's why, you know, you don't just want to buy and sell every single morning and evening star that you see. The reason I was buying a morning star on Friday and made 4,500, the reason I was buying this morning star and not trying to sell these little evening stars here and here is because I have a bullish bias. I'm buying gold up into these liquidity levels. So I'm looking for morning stars because I have a bias to go long. Same as the reason I'm dropping down slower time frame right now, looking for morning stars. Why? Because I'm trying to go long. If you try and buy and sell every single morning evening star that you see, you will end up just taking loads of average quality trades. Whereas we want a clear bias, and then we want to look for, if our bias is long, we want to look for morning stars. If our bias is short, then we want to look for evening stars. For instance, if gold, you know, let's say if gold did this. Let's say if we did this on gold, we actually did liquidate these highs. Then absolutely, I would short this evening star all day long. But because we haven't tagged the high, that's where I'm trying to play the range up into. We got first 15 minute of London coming in 5 minutes here as well, guys. We're trying to find some support below this 30-minute low. That's what this is here. Aaron is the F GOAT. Free learning every day. Always tune in. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not a signal class. I'm trying to teach you guys the way I trade, so you can take these trades throughout the whole entire day. Exact same as if you were here on Friday, you would have caught this whole entire move into the New York session. These moves don't always have to happen in London, but if you keep the levels on your charts, they play out through the whole entire day. The whole entire day. Stop will be somewhere around here soon, guys. What do we have here? Let's have a look at the live feed. What are the main events for today? Let's have a look here. So in the American session, the main highlight is Fed Chair Powell's speech. He's unlikely to deviate much from the last FOMC press conference. We've already gotten some meaningful tightening in financial conditions, which could slow or avoid second round effects. There's no need for him to do anything just yet. So we have that coming up today, guys, which will be very, very, very big news. Very big news. So 2:30, I believe 2:30 London time. Where's the calendar? No, sorry, 3:30 London time. You got the Fed speaking, so be very careful inside New York session today, guys. You have the Fed speaking at 3:30 London time. Why am I trading combines? Because gold's already moved so much there. Gold's up thousands of ticks. And I know I should be buying from down here in Asia and down here pre-London. However, I wasn't on the charts. So for me to start trading XFAs this high is, I'm just FOMOing into the trade. So I'm just playing around the combine. I shouldn't even really be trading up here, to be honest. But that's why I'm just happy trading a combine with you guys. See how the plan plays out. But if I was trading my XFAs, I should be buying from down here and here. Well, I was asleep during Asia and I was asleep during pre-London. So what I have to work with here is a very overextended market. So just play around on a combine. Get a feel for the markets as opposed to needing to jump in. There's no need for me to force funded accounts up here. When gold's up 1,200 ticks with very clear opportunities, if I start trading XFAs this high, I'm going to kick myself if it doesn't work. Because gold's already moved so much with so many good opportunities. Whereas if I trade my combine, it doesn't work, I guess fine, it's just a combine. Like, it's not a trade I'm taking on my personal account right now either. It's not a trade I'll take on my personal. Yep, nice. Cool, great setup today while it works. Set and forget, yeah, there's a beautiful trade. Andy, it was a beautiful trade. That was the nicest trade this morning. The nicest trade by far. Expensive sleeps, yeah, very, very. That being said, though, to be honest, I don't care about missing these moves. Why? Because I know I'll get something in New York. Same as on Friday. Like, I don't care about missing these moves in Asia. Like, I'm not going to stay up to Asia to trade this because I know New York will just give the exact same thing. Like, I didn't get any of this on Friday in Asia. Well, I don't really care. I'll get this in New York. So that's the Asia and pre-London's moved so much. Well, that's fine. It might not do much in London, but I'll get it in New York. But yeah, very expensive Asian sleeps. Very. But yeah, that was a great trade there. And that was the nicest trade so far this one. That pre-London long was beautiful, man. It was a great trade. We've got 15-minute close coming up in 1 minute here, guys. What are we up to here on Goldie? We are trying to hold these previous 30-minute lows. So personally, I'm going to hold this trade until this 30-minute candle closes, guys, unless it stops me out. We're liquidating them previous 30-minute lows. And that's where I'm being a buyer here. Buying below them 30-minute lows. Anticipating we're going to hold and come up and squeeze this range. Yeah, expensive sleep. Expensive sleep. Aaron, thoughts on the first 30-minute fake out candle in Asia for GC? Let's have a quick look at silver as well. Yeah, silver also finding support. NQ, is NQ squeezing higher? Not doing too much. First 30-minute fake out of Asia. Let's have a look. This one here. This one is probably not enough for me to want to take the fake out. Why? Because you wicked a lot of highs, held V up, and didn't reclose above. To me, this 30-minute looks pretty messy. You tagged lows, held support, closed bearish, closed bullish. So I would just get off the 30 and look at the hourly. I'd wait for an hourly breakout. Cool. You get that hourly breakout. Fantastic. There's the markets confirming support. Cool. Buy here at 3 a.m. all the way up into these highs. You know, rather than getting FOMO from down here and always trying to predict the markets. Let the markets break out, show you supports being formed, show you this is the lows. Buy from here to here, you still got 600 ticks. That's why gold doesn't move as fast as you think. So for me personally, now that 30-minute fake out is not a nice 30-minute fake out because you wicked highs and also held resistance. But once this candle breaks out, fantastic. Then I'm buying all day long. All day long. Remember, you only want to be using the 30-minute once you have confirmation on your hourly chart. I see a lot of you guys are just opening your charts, going straight to 30-minute and trying to pick direction. 30-minute is only for, you know, execution based on the higher time frame. Yeah, the hourly breakout is nice. Like, I wouldn't even be looking at the 30-minute down here. If I see this hourly close bearish below the previous lows, I'm not even dropping down to lower time frame and looking for shorts. I'll wait for the markets to reclose back above, and then I'll buy from here. Whereas a lot of people will see this huge breakout and go, oh, damn, I missed the move. I should have been in from down here, or I should have done it. So that's fine. This is the markets confirming the breakout. Well, I mean, there's just 600 ticks still on the cards. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Same as the longs on Friday. You know, we're called longs on gold back up into that 45.15 level. We called this on Friday. Well, rather than me trying to predict down here when we're closing bearish, it tags lows, closes bullish, cool. This is the market showing me support's being formed. Now I'll take my trade. Whereas some of you guys are trying to think too much. You're trying to jump in before the markets have even really shown you anything. But rather than trying to predict, remember, gold doesn't move as fast as you think. If we close bearish here on the 5, guys, I will manage. I'm going to close this and wait. You just had a nice little 5-minute fake out. You're squeezing straight back lower. This 30-minute might come down a little bit more. So I'm going to close at break even there and wait. The 15 could squeeze lower, maybe back down into these previous lows. So I'll take another long position low here, or potentially on the flip. I kind of wanted to see some more volume than that. But remember, we can very likely range. But you may come down and tag these lows one more time. So I'll either buy from down here, or we'll buy if it reflips bullish. But I'll take the break even there for now and wait. Remember, when gold's already pushed up 1,200 plus ticks, you have to manage more aggressively. The markets have already had so many nice moves that you have to. What don't you get? Move to live after 3 payouts? I mean, you're saying like it's a bad thing that you've been moved to live. Surely you want to get moved to live, don't you? If you didn't want to get moved to live, why did you take 3 payouts? Well, I have multiple accounts. Yeah, waiting for 30-minute closure, but till this 5 minute starts coming down like this, and that 15 goes from tagging the lows, column burst, to straight back down. Just gonna close it and wait. I want to see if we're gonna probably just wait for this to close now. If we get back above, cool. I'll just take another entry, but I don't like this range. I believe we're gonna come back lower. The reason I was happy to wait for the close is because here we tag lows and we close bullish, and this candle also held support. But if this candle comes straight back down, selling off aggressively, well then that's not what I want to see. There's a high chance we'll come lower. This wasn't the markets having a pullback. This was markets selling off pretty aggressively here. So I'd rather not hold that and hope. I'd rather just wait. Wait and see. Wait and see. The markets change my opinions on whether I'll hold, not me. The market's selling off aggressively after a 15 closure. I want to manage. Market open for Asia has been tricky. Would you recommend waiting for Shanghai open? But if you want to, well, don't let me tell you that. If you like the look of the price action at Shanghai open or Asia open, you make that call, man. Me personally, I don't care too much about session opens. If gold's at a nice level, I'm taking it regardless if it's Asia open, London open, New York open. I don't really care. If it's at a good level, I'm taking it personally. It's not something I look at. I wouldn't not take a breakout on gold because it's not a specific open. If gold's breaking out, I'm taking it. I would never trade the second market opens, of course. I would never do that. Spreads are going to be very high. The fills aren't going to be as great. So I would never trade the first like hour of market open. Let the market find their, especially on a Monday as well. The markets need to find their feet. Would we not look for the hour low to get taken? Yeah, again, maybe. Depends. I don't know. I don't know I don't predict these markets. If we grab the low school, I'll buy it. We formed support at 30-minute low, so I'll take it from there. I'm not. If we grab our low school, I'll take it from there. I don't really care too much. I'm not. You guys are overthinking again. I don't know where these markets are gonna go. If we come down to our low school, I'll take it. If we find support from here, cool, I'll take it. I don't know which lows are gonna get grabbed. If we grab hourly lows, cool. That'll give us more confidence to buy, fantastic. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Silver selling off, let's have a look. NQ kind of ranging. Not again. NQ ranging, is it a surprise? No, look at this huge run. Markets are going to range. The markets move and then they range. You had a great trending move. Well, now you're going to create space. So NQ could range for quite some time. Silver selling off. Yep, nice squeeze lower on silver. Could you get some silver longs? Again, like I said, silver looks more bearish than gold right now. Like I said, silver looks more bearish. Tagged highs, held resistance. Silver looks more bearish, whereas gold looks more bullish. Tweeted you my crude trade from Friday. Nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We got time here on Goldie. We got 30-minute close coming up in 8 minutes here as well, guys. Let's have a look. This is a view app. Look how far away gold is from it now as well. This is a view app. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. 830 ticks. 830 ticks. Quick look gold. Close my Friday. 830 ticks. What a trade. Where did you get long from? What chart's this? Here's where we got long from. I can't see we got long, but this is a very, very, very nice move. It's a clean run. Great, great, great run. I don't know what time frame that is. That's a very nice run. 830 ticks. There's a fantastic move. Again, it's like same as gold. 830 ticks on crude, 900 ticks on gold on Friday. Again, are you guys trying to get payouts? You take one of these trades a week. You take this one trade on gold that we called on Friday. You take that for the week. You're getting your payouts. Quality over quantity. Fantastic trade. Nice, very, very, very nice trade there. Great trade. Yeah, the blue line is just VWAP, which is kind of why it's a bit tricky here on gold because it's so far away right now. It's very, very, very far away. The nice thing here on gold is if we do sell off much more before grabbing these highs, I also don't really care. Why? Because it's going to give me an even bigger push up into the highs. Same as the reason I didn't care about this selling off here on Friday, because the more this sold off, the bigger of a long I was going to get, because that's the real move. Same as this. Doesn't matter how much we pull back, but the more we pull back, the bigger long I'm going to get up into this nice double top. Exactly the same setup here from Friday. Nice double top. The more you pull back, the bigger move I'm going to get. The more you pull back, the bigger move we're going to get. And that's the real move we want to be looking for today, guys, is the longs. The longs on Goldie. Let's have a look. We got 5-minute close, 30-minute close coming in 5 minutes here, guys. Kind of finding some support. Not really doing too much. Not doing too much here. Yeah, pull back for that right shoulder. Yep, exactly like Friday. Almost looks identical, to be honest. Look at this. So there's that left shoulder. There's your head. Maybe come back down for that right shoulder. You got view up there as well. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yep, very possible. I like that, Sean. I like that. I like that. Let's get rid of this. Curious why you only trade GC, not any other tickers. It just gives me the most consistent, nicest moves. And I don't need to be trading multiple other markets to be making good returns. Gold to me just moves the nicest for the way that I trade. Pure price action. Gold moves very, very well and respects it very well. But not only that, is gold moves well in Asia, London, and New York. Every single session, gold moves well, respects clear price action, and gives me more than enough opportunities. To me, trading NQ, I've traded NQ before. I've had great trades. I've also had very bad trades. And when NQ is ranging, my bad trades would be really bad. But with gold, it was never really like that. Gold was much more consistent. And I just kind of found that my best trades were always on gold. So I was like, you know what, let me just trade gold. Don't need to trade any other market. Bro, I am in a euro short position. Please have a look. Let's have a look. Nice short there on silver. Let's have a look. Euro. Where's your if you're short, it's much easier if you say where you're short, where's your stops, where's your targets. Because if you just say you're short, I don't really know what that means. Like if you say where, like are you short from here, are you short from here? Where are you actually short from? And where's your targets to? Looks like a nice short though. Last week on the euro, tags previous highs and closed bearish. So shorts on the euro into last week's looks pretty nice. I like that. I like that. Daily is at some nice support. Did you already hit week lows? Very, very close. But if you say where you're short from, yeah, this is looking good. Wicking out highs, holding resistance, selling off. Maybe you come back down and test this Asia level, which is nice. Gold still squeezing low here, guys, so good quick exit on that long. Like I said, this is the next level where I think you can come down to. I was going to wait for the 30-minute close, but once this candle started to come back lower, that's the market's telling me it's time to get out and wait. So cut the trade at break even and wait. I'll just save myself a loss there. If we now break out from here, fantastic. I'll get right back in. Right back in. I find it very hard to want to buy 1 hour during Asia with all the on-tip lows to the downside. I'm not really too sure why you have them lows marked on, Jack. I don't know why you have them lows marked on. I'd be buying gold at any point. You could have bought. There's so many places you could have bought gold here. 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 I don't know why you're looking at them lows now. You've already grabbed it, all lows. As long as gold trades, look at this. It's super simple. As long as gold trades above here, there's your support. Resistance, you broke it, support. Buy it all day long. As soon as this candle closes above with a bullish bias on gold, yeah, I would be literally buying this at any point. I know I try and give you guys that neutral analysis of sometimes I see a trade and I wouldn't have bought it this out. There's no reason to not buy this. To me, if you're looking for more lows to get grabbed, man, yeah, you're definitely overthinking it. It doesn't matter about what you think is going to happen down here or down here or down here. What's down here doesn't matter. As soon as this candle closed bullish, I don't care about what's down here. I'm buying. What's down here is completely irrelevant. I wouldn't want to see price come anywhere near these lows. As long as you close bullish, you take the trade. Again, we want to react to the markets, not trade what we think. You know, maybe when price here is closing bearish, you might be like, oh, cool. Maybe you're going to come down and grab these lows. It's okay to think that. But as soon as this candle closes bullish, regardless of what you think down here, irrelevant. You've closed bullish, take the trade. Take the trade. Yeah, nice euro short there, man. Nice euro short. If you're in from the highs, a great euro short. I like that. Silver also coming down into a nice level, guys. Goldie looks like we're probably going to hit the hourly lows now. Yeah, overthinking it most likely. You need to stop thinking for so many reasons not to take a trade. Yeah, that's it, man. Unfortunately, you know, if you didn't take the longs on gold because you were waiting for these lows or you were waiting for these lows, yeah, you're just trying to talk yourself out of a trade. You're overthinking it. Like I say, as soon as this candle here closes with a massive bullish engulfing candle, you know, up 450 ticks, whatever you think down here is completely irrelevant. The markets don't care about what we think. If we're closing bullish, we're closing bullish. Take the trade. You know, if we do this for a second, let's say if we, again, this is what's very important about these markets, is not trading what you think. If we get rid of this for a second. So when you're like this, you're closing bearish, you might be like, oh, cool. Maybe we're going to come down and grab these lows before going higher. That's an okay thing to think. I also think it's fine to think that. However, as soon as the markets close bullish, regardless of what you think, irrelevant. Have we grabbed lows and started to break back higher? Yes. Plenty. So yeah, try not to overthink too much. Just trade what we see. Same as right now on gold. Do I think we're going to grab hour lows? Do I think we're going to grab 30 lows? I don't think. I just react. If we throw support at 30 minute lows, I'll buy it. If it doesn't work, cool, I'll wait for hourly lows. So a nice bearish closure there on gold, guys. If we're going to get long, let's see if we can... Where's hourly lows? Hourly lows are still a little bit further, so we may come down there now. I'm not selling this on gold. Why am I not selling? Because gold gave me my plan to buy with over 1,300 ticks. So personally, I'm not selling gold. Because if I sell gold, I'm going against my plan. Trading emotions when I know I should be buying gold. So let's see. Yeah, of course, man, no worries. It's a good point, but yeah, don't overthink too much. Don't overcomplicate it. The markets break the upside, cool, you go long. Let's have a look. Quick look at 30-minute close on... Yeah, silver was a nice short there. Silver closing bearish was a nicer short than gold longs, unfortunately. NQ, potential to pull back. Yeah, it was a nice trend line too. Yeah, there was a huge trend line. That's why it's a pure bullish bias. Yeah, that is a perfect trend line there, Sean. What time frame is that on 30-minute? Yeah, perfect trend line. Perfect trend line, weekly morning star. Like that's huge. Huge trend line coming down. Most people trying to short this trend line and trying to buy up into that trend line. So clean, man. So clean. Do you think the round numbers on spot or futures are more respected? A long today on the highs could be 4,500 on the spot. I look at the spot chart for round numbers more, yes. But with that being said, though, it still got respected here on the futures chart as well. But yeah, I do look at my round numbers more on the spot chart. But again, it doesn't matter. You can still see it. Look at this. The futures chart did still hold a nice round psychological level of 4,450 and broke back above 4,500. So even on the longs back above 4,500, you know, you're still talking a nice 5 to 600 tick range. But yeah, I look at both. I look at both. But the round numbers on gold are, yeah, very, very, very important. You guys see, I always have these round psychological levels on my charts. Same as buying gold on Friday. You're buying back on the break back above 4,500. Where? All the way up into these highs here, which also sits nicely with 4,500. Nice, George. Good to hear. It's what we love to hear. You ever see them trend lines coming down? Same as this on gold. Trend line coming down. People try and short that trend line and trying to buy up into the trend line. One of the nicest plays here on gold. I got you, Glenn. I got you. We'll go over it, man. We'll go over it. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Yeah, don't be like one. Absolutely. We've got 500 people tuning in. You guys on YouTube, remember, drop a like for the Topstep stream as well. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders on gold. Definitely. It's kind of the reason that is the exact reason we were buying on Friday. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bit of a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So, is there room for more downside? Maybe. We'll see. Like I say, I'm personally, I'm not shorting gold. I'm looking for longs. Same as Friday. I don't care about trying to short these little moves because this is the move I wanted and got. And that was a great move. So I don't want these little difficult moves down. I want this nice long back to the upside. Same as this on gold. Like, I don't want these little shorts. This is the move I want. So yeah, absolutely. I like that inverse head and shoulders outlook. I like that. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Yeah, I agree. Like I say, guys, with gold moving so much, you know, I was happy to take that long here. Didn't really work. Got me at break even. But with gold moving so much, could it take until pre-New York? Very, very, very possible. It's already had a huge push. Yeah, so there we go. We're at them hourly lows now. So let's see if we're going to find some support at them hourly lows. You're right back below that low. Let's see if there's some potential support being formed here on gold. Let me see if I can buy one here. Risk off down here. Risk like 130 ticks. I want to see if we can find support at this hourly low. If we break back below this area, you know, can look to manage. But let's see if we can find some support down at these lows. Otherwise, I will wait and probably till closer to pre-New York. But let's see. I'm just taking a 1 mic here on a combine. This hourly's got about, what, 23 minutes until it's going to close as well. So we've got some time here on gold, guys. We've got some time. Silver, let's have a look. This NQ. NQ looks like it's, look, tagging lows. Look, NQ looks like it might come higher. Silver, let's have a look. Again, I do like silver longs today. I like silver longs back up into 72. Remember, last week we were buying silver up into 71. I like silver to potentially come up into 72 again today. You're at a pretty decent breakout level as well. But again, this is a pretty strong reversal sign here on silver. So if I wanted to buy silver, I'll probably wait for a close back above 70. You close back above 70 into 72, you got a very decent range. A very, very decent range. So silver longs today, maybe closer to New York. Also looking for these goldy longs here today as well. Hey Aaron, what's up? I realize that GC is bullish, but on the 4-hour chart I see there's some resistance. How do you determine that it will still continue going up? Where are we? Let's have a look. 4-hour. Let's have a look. 4 hour. Let's have a look. There's definitely some nice resistance. The reason that I'm still buying gold is because you haven't liquidated the highest point. Same as here on gold. There was 4 hour resistance, but you hadn't liquidated the highest point, so I was buying at the pullback of support. So you can kind of see, yeah, you got 4 hour resistance here, but you do also have 4 hour support right here as well. So it's kind of in a bit of a range. So you're just kind of playing the range. But the reason I still like the longs is because you haven't grabbed the highest point of the range, which is what gold loves to do. Same thing here. You haven't grabbed the highest point of the range. That's what you're buying up into. So same thing here. The reason I was buying here on Friday is because you hadn't grabbed the highs. Same reason I'm buying here today is because you haven't grabbed the highs. Like I say, if you have wicked the highs, then I would be selling this resistance. But because you haven't grabbed the highs, that's what gold loves to do. And that's where price loves to come up and squeeze out any early sellers. So because you haven't grabbed the highest point, that's the reason I still believe gold's going to continue going higher. Like sometimes you can, if you think, oh, we got 4 hour resistance, and then we got hour support, and then we got 30-minute resistance, and then 5-minute support. You can sometimes talk yourself out of a trade too much. But for me, I have a bullish bias on gold. Until we liquidate these highs, I have a bullish bias. If gold sells off today, fine. I'll admit my bias is wrong and short it tomorrow. But personally, I don't think that's the case. But whenever gold's not grabbed the highest point, that's where we really want to be targeting here on gold. See if we're gonna get some volume down here on gold, you guys. Second trade for London. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think gold will grab last week's high. Yes, I absolutely agree too. I think that's an easy upside target for gold. If you look at that weekly time frame, that's my whole entire reason for buying gold. Last week came down, wicked major lows and closed bullish. So this looks like a perfect morning star play. Same here, look at this. You wick the lows, you close bullish. You're buying this week up into the highs. So yeah, I agree. I think longs up into them highs also look very nice. Very, very nice. Simple price action. Clean price action. I like that too. I like that too. Let me have a look here, guys. Yeah, nice one, Tom. Enjoy, man. Talk to you soon. Enjoy, enjoy. If you guys didn't see, remember I posted the interview with Tom on Friday as well. Tom, who's gone from blown accounts to 12 payouts just from Topstep in the last 2 months. If you guys haven't seen it, want to check it out, I will post it in there. You guys can go watch it. It's a very, very, very good interview with Tom, like I say. From struggling in December to now 12 payouts in 2 months. What are we up to, Goldie? Are we going to get some volume? We're going to range. Nice, Anchuk. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. That's my favorite one. The drop. Yeah, have you watched the documentary as well, Anchuk? There's one of my favorite ones. There's a documentary where they follow. It's like a 3-part episode. I think it's on YouTube too. He's like one of the biggest futures traders in Sydney back in the day. It's a great watch. There's the chat with traders interview, then there's the actual, kind of like a little bit of a mini series. It's so good, man. So good. So good. Just his discipline and mindset is amazing. Let's have a look. NQ, what are we up to? NQ, let's have a look. NQ, again, choppy range. No surprise. Why? Because you've already moved so much this morning. Silver, also finding support. I think I'm going to wait for a breakout on silver before taking it. Let me try and find it, Corey. Let me see if I can find it. What's it called? Let me see if I can find it here. It's called Bulls and Bears documentary. Bulls and Bears documentary. There's part 1, 2, and 3 on YouTube. It's very, very good. It's a very good documentary. It's an old one, but it's an absolute classic. Bought 4,400 on CFD swing. Would you close or keep it overnight? 4,400. Let's have a look. 4,400. From Friday? From Friday? 4,400? What, back down here? Depends where, like, where was your target? So again, I'm not gonna tell you if you should hold or close that trade. It's a great trade though. But I mean, I can't say if I can't tell you whether you should hold or close. It depends what was your reasoning for getting into the trade. Where was your targets? Don't let me, don't let anyone else tell you if you should hold or close that trade. For me personally, it looks nice. It looks nice. It does look nice. I think last week's high is a nice upside target on gold. Yeah, nice, Glenn. Nice. Yeah, paper journaling is so nice. I think I've always put pen to paper. Writing down in an actual journal feels so much nicer. You can do all your technical journaling online, but actually just writing things down definitely helps. Definitely helps. I know what time the London Metal Exchange opens is, Bruno, here. 11:40 London time. Turn up today, nice. Let's see here, gold. We got 15 more minutes till we're gonna get this hourly close here on gold. What I'm anticipating is we're gonna hold these previous hourly lows and wick back above at least 4,550 for me to want to hold this trade. If we close bearish below 4,550, I will close the trade. I want to see gold find some support here in the last couple of minutes of this hour. Do you ever use fixed range volume? No. What I use is on my charts right here. What you guys see me using is all I use right here. Nothing wrong with any of them tools, or any tools for that matter. Doesn't matter what strategy you trade or what tools you use. If they help you, fantastic. For me personally, price action and a view app on my chart, that's all I use. Nothing else. Super simple. Same reason we were able to take 900 ticks on gold on Friday, which we called on our London Open into the New York session. Price action, liquidity levels, that's it. Super simple, super simple. Bit of a head and shoulders on silver with the liquidity below. Let's have a look. Yeah, kind of. But again, what's your bias? Is your bias to buy or sell silver? Me personally, my bias is to buy, so I'm not looking for reversal shorts because I have an upside bias. Not to say you can't take it, but my bias isn't to sell silver, so not a trade I would take. Wow, yeah, look at that. that right there, Glenn. That's a great long as well. An absolute perfect zones there, man. Perfect zones. Perfect zones. Even the lower lows haven't been grabbed in the silver. Yeah, I mean, neither's the highs. We can't just look at it from one's perspective. To me, on silver, we've grabbed loads of lows. Grabbed loads of downside lows without really grabbed any highs. And the weekly closed bullish. So it's not to say you can't grab the lows, but for me personally, I'm not selling silver. Silver's just, had a massive bounce off support. So a huge bounce off support. You're already up very big today. It's not my market to sell personally. You haven't grabbed any lows. You also haven't grabbed any highs. Yeah, exactly. No highs and lows have been grabbed. So it's kind of like a bit 50-50 on silver right now. That's why I do think gold's nicer. Silver's like you haven't really grabbed the highs. You haven't really grabbed the lows. So the only thing I would really follow on silver is the fact that if you haven't grabbed any highs, lows, what I would follow is intraday price action. Intraday price action silver has been just beautifully bullish for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of price action has been bullish. Not to say you can't grab day lows, it just personally, it's not really something I would be looking at. The only way I'd be looking at that on silver is if you know, maybe say if you break aggressively bearish for like a couple of hours, cool, then you pull back, then you can short it. But up here, to me, silver is breaking bullish. Not to me, it is breaking bullish. You can see. There's your resistance, support, broke above, could easily hold it and go higher. Come on, Goldie, where's the volume gone? Where's the volume gone, Goldie? We got 12 minutes until this hourly candle is going to close. I'm going to hold this until this hourly opening, guys. Unless we aggressively break bearish, I'll close the trade, but ideally I want to hold this into the hourly. And in order for me to want to hold this trade, I want to see hourly get back above 4,550. 4,550. But we're not really doing too much. Risk is like somewhere around here, guys. I just have it down here to be safe, but my risk is somewhere around here. Like 60-ish dollars. Love Tom talking about his journey, very encouraging. Awesome. That's what we love to hear. Yeah, Tom's story is very, 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 very good. But again, the reason I did the interview with Tom is because he overcame a very dark place from trading, which we all get to, but you can absolutely overcome it if you put in the work. It doesn't just happen. You know, all these things that may be going wrong in your trading right now, they don't just magically stop or magically change. You have to make the change. And that's why Tom's story is so good, because he went from, like I say, massively struggling in December to completely turning things around with like 12 payouts in 2 months. But it didn't change from doing nothing and just hoping something changes. He made the change. He made the conscious effort to change absolutely everything and treat trading like an actual profession, not a hobby, and a get rich quick scheme. That's the big difference. We got 10 minutes until this hourly's going to close here, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes on Goldie. Hourly, I want to see if we can hold some support. Silver kind of closing pretty doji, which is expected overall, though, guys. We're looking for silver longs into 72. NQ, what are we up to on NQ? Still trying to break back high. I'll probably come up and grab 7 AM highs on NQ. But it looks very, very range bound. Very range bound. Most of these markets do, but like I say, is it a surprise to see London ranging? Not at all. The markets have had huge moves, but remember, it's not even 9 AM London time. London goes throughout the whole entire rest of the day, guys. So don't just write off London completely. Just let the markets breathe and come to you. If we range and maybe you get buys on gold at 11 AM, maybe pre-New York 12, 1. Don't stress too much that the markets aren't moving the second you jump on. It'd be nice if they did, but that's not how the markets work. The markets have big moves and then you create big ranges. And for me, for this trade, if it continues playing, what I would look to do is I would look to manage at the highs around 45.63 and see if we can take it higher. But we may do something like this. Therefore, I would like to manage at these highs. Ideally, I'm trying to see if we can tag these highs and squeeze higher. Trying to find support. Remember, last couple of minutes here on gold, guys. Anything can happen. Bro, I am broke many times only for this Forex market. We're trading futures here, man. We're trading futures. How I can profitable in this market. You can be profitable in this market by not chasing the money. Remember, trading isn't an escape. I don't know what your personal situation is, but trading isn't an escape. Too many people use trading as an escape. You have to have other aspects of your life in place to be able to make money from these markets. But you can be profitable, but just like you can watch me, you can watch Taco, you can watch Jay, you can watch D, you can watch any of the streamers here on Topstep to learn exactly how they trade. Like I'm here every single day breaking down my whole entire plan. On Friday, if you were here, I broke down how you could have caught a 900 tick move on gold. Broke down the whole entire trade, breaking down my whole entire plan. Just keep tuning in. But make sure you have other sources of income before you try and go all in on trading. Because if you try and go all in on trading, you're going to struggle. I'm bringing my stops up a little bit. It's in a couple minutes, Glenn. We'll jump on in a couple minutes, man. If that's good with you. You get profitable by not trying to focus on the dollar amount all the time. The more you try and chase the money and try and use trading to escape some other part of your life, the harder you're going to make it. And I'm saying that from experience. I used to have a 9 to 5 or 8 till 5 job that I absolutely hated, and I would take out all that negativity on the charts because I would want the charts to be my escape. Well, that's why I wasted 2 years going round and round in circles. Trading isn't a career that you use as an escape. Trading's very, very hard. So the more pressure you put on yourself to have to make money, the more you're going to struggle. So for me personally, when I took the leap into full-time traveling and trading, I was still doing other means of work. I was still doing website development for friends and family back home. I was still doing digital marketing work to support myself. And then eventually trading got to a point where that was no longer making sense. But when you try and go all in on trading, it's very, very, very difficult. So I say to you guys, if I was to do my journey again, I wouldn't even look to put that pressure on myself. I would find a career a job that I also enjoy and do both. Do both. For me, I like digital marketing because it gave me the ability to do it from wherever I wanted. So I would do some digital marketing work, I would do some website development, and then I would trade in my free time. Until, like I say, then that no longer made sense, and then I was just all in on trading. But you put too much pressure on yourself, the more you chase money, the more you're going to struggle. I don't know if that's the case, but for most people, it typically is. No, don't trade FX. Don't even waste time trading FX. No, trade futures. If I start my journey again, would I trade Forex? I would never. No, I wasted years trading Forex. Yes, exactly. You'll start making money when you stop looking at the money. Exactly. I wish I made the transition to futures way quicker and stopped wasting time trading Forex. Better funding routes here on Topstep, better platforms. Way easier to trade, less manipulation from brokers that you have absolutely zero control over. The price that I'm getting here from Topstep is the price coming straight from the CME. Whereas on Forex, your broker can manipulate the price spreads and at any point. Nice squeeze here on gold, guys. Remember, we've got this hourly close coming in 5 minutes. So I want to see if we're going to wick back above these lows, which is looking like we're going to. So, like we drew last time, let's draw on here. Why do I want to see price close above this 4,450? Well, because when we do, the hourly's gone from being bearish to all of a sudden, this is starting to give that hourly that nice wick rejection, which is exactly what I want to see for longs. Because we get that wick rejection below previous lows, fantastic. That's where we could see gold go higher. Not the best of drawings, but you guys get the picture. So this right here is hourly lows. Hourly lows. I want to see a break above soon. Yeah, I could target previous daily highs, just maybe see back up at these highs maybe. Just gonna want to see how the markets move, to be honest. I don't know if we'll get this big of a move in London. Why? Because gold's already moved so much today. I wouldn't be too surprised to see just a range. So even if you just want to play it up into here, you know, that's still 165 tick range. That's still that's a great range. A great range. No, I wouldn't get into a second contract. I would if gold hadn't moved so much. I mean, if gold hadn't moved so much, they were such a clean move, I'd be trading my XFA right now. But personally, I wouldn't scale into this trade. Just because, you know, with gold moving so much today, like we're already up thousands of ticks, the likelihood is you will very likely range. I don't want to scale into trades in a range, personally. Same reason I'm not trading my XFAs is because I believe you could range. So for me personally, I won't enter into this position. If we hadn't moved this much and I wasn't anticipating a range, yeah, I'd be re-entering, like on the break of these highs here, I'd take a second entry. But for me personally, no, I'm not. You know, one micro, even up into these highs, you're talking still $300-400, which is still fantastic. Personally, I'm happy to not scale in. Not in a London session, because you don't really have that big of trending moves. You're more so just playing big ranges. And I don't want to average out a worse entry in a range. But this is kind of doing what we want. You know, like I say, we wanted to buy below previous hourly lows. We came down, we're tagging lows, and we're starting to get back above. Hourly's not really driving that much. If this hourly still closes bearish, you may come down one more time. So I will probably move my stops to break even at this point. Stop loss can go below, but I wouldn't want to see a new low created in the next 1 minute, which I don't think is going to happen. But it's not really driving, so yeah, I may take the break even now. I think it's good execution here this morning. London's just a little bit tough with how much we have moved. Which, like I said at the start of the session, guys, I'm expecting a range. We're still taking 2 good trades. 1 break even that would have ended up being a loss, and 1 winner here on gold. So with that being said, you guys on YouTube, I'm going to wrap up here, guys. We've been here for like an hour and a half. I have to jump on a one-to-one call with one of the members, Glenn, to refine the plan. So we'll be right back again, same time again tomorrow, guys. You know my game plan for the rest of the day. We've gone over all the levels, everything that I'm looking at. If gold does squeeze down lower, fine. We'll get better longs at a better price closer to the New York session. So appreciate you guys being here. Remember, drop a like for the Topstep YouTube channel. I'll be right back again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.